Hello again, viewers and subscribers. Welcome again to the channel. Well, today it's about another band. One of the band member is known as CC from Royal Palm Estate, but the band is known as Mystic Revealers. Let's go.
January to December, I love you all the time.
The Mystic Revealers are a band formed in the late 1970s in the seaside town of Bull Bay, Kingston, Jamaica. Originally, the band was known as just the Revealers, but when another group with that name popped up, it was decided the word mystic would help convey the Rastafari-inspired message of truth, justice, honor, and unity. The band's four founding members from the heart of the group and include Kingston born vocalist, guitarist, and songwriter Billie Mystic Wilmot, former Jalan and Earth Disciples drummer and record producer Nicholas Jummy Henry, bass guitarist Leroy Lion Edwards, and guitarist and vocalist Steve Davis. They draw upon Jamaica's rich, established reggae tradition of outspoken political awareness when writing and performing their original material. The Mystic Revealers' first recording, Winner, was released on their own Negos Beat label in 1982. In 1985, the band scored their first hit with Mash Down Apartheid. While it wasn't their first single, the track produced by reggae pioneer and The Harder They Come star Jimmy Cliff for his Oneness record label was the first to win the attention of the Jamaica's demanding public, with the rallying cry against racist practice in South Africa.
We can unite and mash them down to the ground.
In an unusual move for a new act, the group donated proceeds from the sales of Mashup Apartheid to the African National Congress. At the time of the Mystic Revealers' emergence, Jamaican music was moving away from roots reggae and live bands and into the era of dancehall, DJs, and computerized production.
The dancehall thing was a hindrance to our progress.
Defying the trends of the day, the Mystic Revealers instead followed the path of Bob Marley and the Wailers and Third World, blending roots reggae and Rastafarian principles with rock, folk, and pop. A 1988 appearance at Jamaica's world-famous Reggae Sunsplash helped spread the Mystic Revealers' reputation further, leading to international tours in Japan, the UK, and Europe. In 1992, nearly 15 years after the band's formation, the Mystic Revealers released their debut album, Young Revolutionaries.
We're the young revolutionaries.
By this time, the band's members had grown to include lead guitarist Rudolph Pretty, guitarist Winston Metal Stewart, and percussionist William Willigan Cockin. Initially issued by the Sonic Sound label in Jamaica, the album was picked up for US release by Gang Sounds. The album would later be issued by several different US labels, including Washington DC based Ras Records, which signed the band to a multi-album deal, as well as MCA and Atlantic. That year, 1992, saw the Mystic Revealers tour the US for the first time, traveling to 17 American cities as they promoted singers, religion, and Remember Romeo.
Remember Romeo, sitting on the beach early in the morning time.
The Mystic Revealers' second album, Jah Works, followed in 1993.
When Jah work, you get a whole lot of fun.
As did a spot alongside Freddie McGregor, Marcia Griffiths, and Big Mountain on the year's edition of the Reggae Sunsplash tour across the US. In 1995, the Mystic Revealers were selected to appear at Jamaica's 50th birthday celebration for Bob Marley, alongside the Wailers, Rita Marley, Ziggy Marley, Vanessa Williams, Toots, and the Wailing Souls, and others. The band's performance of Marley, Natural Mystic, and We and Them alongside their own religion was the most solid and satisfying performance of the evening according to Billboard magazine. The mid to late 1990s marked a Mystic Revealers period of greatest productivity, beginning with Space and Time in 1995.
Space and time, space and time, space.
The band released an album each year through 1998. Space and Dub featuring dub version of Space and Time tracks appeared in 1996, followed by This One's for Jah, 1997.
This one's for Jah Jah, loving like no other.
And Crossing the Atlantic, 1998.
But he never had a single unkind word to say.
After nearly 2 decades of recording and touring, the band opted to go on hiatus in the 2000s. Wilmot's focus turned to surfing, a sport he had helped to legitimize and grow within Jamaica over the last 20 years, while also as CC in Royal Palm Estate, one of Jamaica's most popular TV series. He formed the Jamaican Surfing Association, one of the Caribbean's first pro surfing bodies, and established the Mecca Pro Tournament, Jamaica's first international surfing competition, while guiding the professional surf careers of his son, Ika, and daughter, Imani. His other son, Ainalek, and Iva are also active in the sport. The band reformed in 2012. In 2015, they released the album Crucial Cuts, gathering tracks from the band's back catalog. In 2016, they set up the Jamaica Authentic Herb Company, a business aimed to creating Jamaica's first legal ganja producer. In 2019, Mystic Uninsured House burnt down, resulting in the loss of almost all the artists' memorabilia and physical music catalog collection. It was a terrible personal loss, but one which inspired him to start recording with the intention to release a new album. The huge advances in home music production technology encouraged Mystic to set up a home recording space in Bulbia, Pandi Veranda or PDV studio. Accessing the talent of his children, Aisha keyboard, Ika bass, and Ainalek guitars, they collaborated on home projects, which evolved into a collection of material which formed the foundation for a new album. On the 10th of October 2020, the new 12-song Mystic Revealers album, Jah Jah People, was digitally released.
Jah Jah people, don't study no evil.
And that was the title track for Jah Jah People album. Original members of the Mystical Revealers are Anthony Billie Mystic Wilmot, guitarist, vocalist and songwriter, Leroy Lion Edwards, guitarist, Robert Patch Walters, keyboard player. Later members are Nicholas Jommy Henry, drummer, William Willigan Cooking, percussionist, Steve Davis, guitarist and vocalist, Winston Metal Stewart, keyboard player and lead guitarist. Well, people were saying that Mystical Revealers were doing great, but they just went into a hiatus and them thing there, and we stopped hearing from them, and we see Billie, Mystic, Wilmot in the Royal Palm Estate, and a lot of people love his character on the Royal Palm Estate, but a lot of them all thought that is where he started. A lot of people would address him by CC from Royal Palm Estate, but it's like they don't remember Romeo and them song there, that this is Billie Mystic from the Mystic Revealers. Although I did great on Royal Palm Estate, the music is where it all started. Billie Mystic, the leader, the performer, and the band member from Mystic Revealers. And I'm sure you heard about the surfing where he and his children are doing some surfing programs in Jamaica, so you can check that out. And I can go and check out the Mystic Revealers catalog. We leave you now with this performance from the Mystic Revealers. Thanks again for watching. Walk good.
Moses was a dreadlocks man. King David was a dreadlocks man. Samson was a dreadlocks man. Isaiah is a Rasta man. I want you to overstand that. Can't fool any Rasta man. Ain't nothing you can tell I and I about religion. Well, tell about religion. If you don't know, Lord, the things that I know. Take you to division. I know, anybody say so. Don't tell our religion. If you don't know, Lord, the things that I know. Take you to division. I know, see, it was you. Just like scribes and Pharisees, you never knew. Oh no, when Christ comes, that's the way it will be. Couldn't take nothing jet, hiding in a box someday. Yo, couldn't take nothing jet, hiding in a box someday. I got to walk home, tell our religion. If you don't know, the things that I know, I'll be like to keep a division. I know, come now, soldier, DJ. Well, it was your just like scribes and Pharisees. Never knew, no, never knew. When you crucify him, how it would be. Never know where did I go and panda the Good Friday. Tell them you just a yam bun and cheese on Easter Monday.